Hey everybody, Dr. Chris here, orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine physician. And today, I'm reacting to some of my viewers saying that I am not actually a doctor. Before things go any further on this channel, I have to set the record straight. I am actually a doctor.
I'm not sure which one to cut here.
But what exactly does that mean? So in my province, the only people who can call themselves a doctor are naturopaths, chiropractors, psychologists, dentists, optometrists, physicians, and practitioners of Chinese medicine. I suspect in the US it's the same. Additionally, in the United States, physiotherapists and osteopaths may also use the term doctor.
Yeah, I got it.
So of those doctors listed, I am a medical doctor. In specific, I am a orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine physician.
Okay, yeah.
What other types of doctors are there, you ask? From a medical perspective, there are non-operative specialties and then operative specialties. Some of the non-operative specialties include family medicine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, internal medicine, etc., etc. Some of the surgical specialties include, well, of course, orthopedic surgery.
Let's see if I can get this.
General surgery.
Let's see if I can get this.
Cardiothoracic surgery. Urology. And neurosurgery, to name but a few. So as I said, I'm an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine physician. How did I actually get here? And what kind of training did I have to undergo? In my own case, I have a 4-year undergraduate degree in genetics. I have a 2-year master's degree in biochemistry. I have a bachelor's of education, which is a 1-year degree. Then I have a 4-year medical doctor degree. So that just allows me to call myself doctor, but I can't actually practice medicine yet because then I have to go into a specialty of some sort. I did an orthopedic specialty. That was normally 5 years. I had a medical break in the middle, so that took me 6 years. And then after that, I did 1 fellowship in sports medicine and arthroscopy for 1 year. These days, most guys are doing 2 or 3 fellowships. So if you add that all up, I think it's somewhere on the order of 15 to 17 years of education after high school.
Wow.
But you could do it, I think, in as low as 12, 13, something like that, if you were really studious, really directed. So I also played football as an undergraduate, so my marks weren't that great at that time. Both my wife and I were full-time students with 3 young children, so that was very challenging. It doesn't really matter. It's a crap ton of school. I just want to read here for how this compares to some of the other doctors that I mentioned. For example, naturopaths, they do a 3 to 4 year undergraduate degree, then they're admitted to a 4-year program. If we look at chiropractors, in Canada, chiropractor has to take a 3-year undergraduate university degree first, or college, as you might say in the United States, first, and then they go into a 4-year program. Psychologists, they have to do a 4-year undergraduate program in psychology. Then they have to do either 1 to 2 years of a master's degree in psychology, depending on what type of master's program they enter into, followed by a 3 to 4 year PhD program in psychology. So psych. A psychiatrist is different than a psychologist because a psychiatrist is a medical doctor. Medical doctor first, so they do their medical degree, so they have their undergraduate, 4 years, they have their medical degree, 4 years, and then they do a psychiatry residency, which is either 4 or 5 years, and then another year or 2 of specialization. We have dentists, they have a 4-year bachelor's degree, and then they have a 4-year dental degree, plus or minus their specialization afterwards. Medical physicians, I've told you about myself, but in general, they have a 4-year undergraduate degree, 3 to 4 year medical degree, 2 to 7 year residency, plus or minus subspecialization, which can be anywhere from 1 to 3 years. Finally, practitioners of Chinese medicine. These practitioners are not necessarily regulated nationwide in Canada. At least from what I could see, there was no specific prerequisites, but the program itself is a 10-semester or 5-year program, which includes 3,250 hours of traditional Chinese medicine program teaching, and then includes a minimum of 1,050 hours of clinical instruction, 825 hours supervised practice. So the training for people to call themselves a doctor of various types ranges anywhere from 5 years all the way up to 16, 17, 18 years. And
did you say you were a doctor?
And technically...
Wait, are you a doctor?
Technically...
Yeah, but are you a doctor?
But I'm a doctor, a medical doctor.
Okay.
I'm towards that 18 years of training.
18.
The 18.
That's a lot.
not keep interrupting. No.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon. It's a surgeon that is trained to operate on the musculoskeletal system of the body. Muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones. I'm primarily a knee and a shoulder surgeon. So if you have torn your rotator cuff, or you have had a shoulder dislocation, you require surgery, or if you had a AC joint separation, I'm the guy that fixes that. If you have had an ACL tear of your knee, or a meniscal tear of your knee, I'm the guy that takes care of that.
Say if I break my leg.
Broken arm, broken leg, broken hip, broken ankle, whatever. I also do knee and hip replacements.
Yes, indeed.
You don't have a stethoscope.
I'm Stephen Lees, not your everyday ortho. I'm not for the lab coat wearing type of physician. There are occasions when I do wear a suit, but I do have a stethoscope somewhere. So, for Professor Gamer and Takey Lita, who said on the internet that I'm not a doctor, if I'm not a doctor, I don't know who is. And if you want to see more of me not being a doctor, then check out my other video, What Happens When You Need Rotator Cuff Surgery. So we have here the acromion, this is the clavicle, and in the front we've marked the coracoid. So here's our anterior portal. We have a lateral portal here, but we'll probably make one or two more. And then we have our posterolateral portal here as well. Giddy up. So there you have it. That's Dr. Chris reacting to people saying I'm not a doctor. Like, what gives? If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can join the intern army and be notified when I post new content. If you're a returning subscriber, you know what to do.
Reasons one, their leading scorer, Carmelo Anthony, 27 plus.
Hit the like button and share it with a friend. And as always, that's been a word from Dr. Chris, not your everyday ortho.